Uh-huh.
Hmm?
You encourage you to be or not to be.
Oh no, we have to watch
Okay, ready? So can I hammer this?
Go for it.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Planning and Zoning Commission for December 16th. We do have a quorum this evening and looking for approval of minutes for November 18th.
Mr. Chair, motion to approve the minutes from November 18th.
I second that.
I got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Moving forward. Anybody recognizing persons on the agenda this evening? Seeing none. Any conflict of interest or ex parte contact declarations?
No.
Negative. Perfect. Public hearing this evening. First item tonight is an action item for an annex and zone to an I-2 heavy commercial for the City of Mountain Home. It's a request by the City of Mountain Home to annex and to zone to I-2 two parcels totaling approximately 272 acres of vacant land. The parcels of land are east of Bypass Road, west of the City of Mountain Home Airport, north of Highway 51, and South Bureau of Land Management in Mountain Home. Brenda.
My apologies. I'm working through this trying to get. So yes, correct. Everything you've read there is airport. There's 272. And there is no current plans to develop that location. Bringing it in the city when we ever what we'd like to do with it, then it will.
Okay, perfect. Before we continue on, because it is a public hearing in action, I'll go ahead and open it up to the public to speak to it. Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close it. I only have one question. That is, was the airport committee at all part of this conversation?
Airport Advisory Committee is just a
They're involved. Commissioners. Whatever. Any questions, comments, thoughts, ideas?
So is this the land on the inside between like the airport and the cheese factory over there?
it abuts the west side of the
Road.
making progress. Get this up here. All this information is in
Yeah, no.
Well, commissioners, if you have no other questions or open for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve application PZ-25-39 as to annex and zone to I-2 parcel totaling approximately 2 acres located west of the city airport and east of Northwest Bypass Road in Elmore County.
First, do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Start tonight. Erica, we'll start with you. Yeah.
Aye.
Up.
Aye.
Aye for me as well. Motion does pass. Move down to our next action item this evening, which is to an annex and zone to an R4 residential by Jaden Snyder. Hopefully I say your name correctly, and I apologize if I mess anything up. Correct me when you come up here. It's a request by Jason Snyder of Bronze Bowland for property owned English people, okay? Owned by Gary and Cameron Aslan to annex and zone to R4, a parcel of land approximately 10.28 acres in size, and that portion of Smith Road that abuts the parcel. Brenda.
hopefully when Tiffany. So yeah, this application down that, as you mentioned, Aslan Ranch is Smith Road. There.
Mhm.
And that's fine, because we'll pick that. All right, so. So the annexation is for approximately 10.28 acres. The west or south side of single stuff. There we go. So there's the 10.2 acres. Here's Smith Road. Highway 51 is South Fifth West. So it abuts is Morning View subdivision. And it sits south of. So the development, this annexation again is the 10.28 acres, and they do intend to develop it subdivision with 53 total lots, with an average lot size of 6,300. Provide a total of 44 single family. And the development provides for approximately 7 acres of open space, and the developers provide amenities in the form of bocce ball, or a pickleball court on one of the proposed common. The parcels to the north are the Blue Yonder subdivision. They are zoned R and are inside the city limits. Blue Yonder is a mix of residential uses, single family, duplex, and fourplex units. Parcels to the east of this parcel are subdivision zoned R. They are inside the city limits, family residence. Parcels to the south of this parcel is in the county, and it is zoned ag, and it is a residential. Parcels to the west is also outside the city limits and ag and the current historically, this location does have I guess, vacant use. There are some trailers and some existing structures that are used for storage, but will be for the development. Additionally, any landscaping requirements tied to this development will be requirements. Fire has made comment. Development. There is only one access in it, and one access. The development, all residential. There is a location areas that fire has also here, and in this location, everything has to be sprinklered. I think if it's a permitted structure, so the house sprinkled accessory structure that requires a permit that is beyond that would. The water rights fee that would. That in development and
Perfect. Well, because this is the only an annex in a zone to an R4 residential, just to make sure that we follow suit, I'll go ahead and bring up the applicant. I know that we're going to get into preliminary plat and everything afterward if this passes. So if you just want to speak to the R4 annexing, just so that you have your say, sure, go for it.
Yeah. Jaden Schneider, bocce ball court.
Love it.
3770 North Jackie Lane, Boise. Yeah, specifically for the annexation, this is a proposed R4 annexation, which is right next to two R4 annexations existing. So it fits within the comprehensive plan for this entire area, and it's just a continuation of that R4. I can kind of go into more detail on it, but specifically for the annexation, we think that this is just a continuation of what's already out there. It's not higher density or something completely different in that area.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Go ahead and stay there. I will open it up for public hearing. Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close public hearing. Now, commission. Questions about annexation R4?
I mean, I'm looking at the comprehensive plan right now at the future land use map, and it looks like it's residential all down there. And you've got, yeah, it's residential. Residential. I don't have any questions. In the plan.
Eric, anything for you?
No.
All right. Open to a motion.
Mr. Chair, make a motion to approve the annexation and zone to R4 PZ 25-32.
I have a first.
Second.
Second by Christina. Rob, start with you.
Aye.
Christina?
Aye.
Erica?
Aye.
Aye for me as well. Motion does pass for the annex and zone to an R4, which will move us down to our last action item this evening, which is the preliminary plat for the Aslan Ranch subdivision, again by Jaden Schneider. A request by Jaden Schneider of Bronze. Oh, thank you. Bronze Bow land for property owned by Gary and Cameron Aslan for a preliminary plat for the Aslan Ranch subdivision. This development will consist of a total of 53 lots. 44 of those lots are designed as single-family homes and 9 designated common lots. The average residential lot size is 6,344 square feet, varying lot widths and depths to accommodate different house plans and lifestyles, with a density of 4.3 dwelling units per acre. The applicant is proposing to provide a site amenity in the form of bocce ball or pickleball court. The parcel of land is located on the south side of Smith Road, west of Southwest Bezra Drive, and east of State Highway 51. Primary access will be from Smith Road. Brenda.
Known as what's happened at the additional follow-ups. Right. And associates have made. So they did note, and staff has all. The under 4 does not proceed with construction Aslan Ranch. Install the 16-inch water main along. Additionally, for water master plan shows a now Morning View. The Morning View subdivision has been constructed in a manner. City should consider the next development to the west of the a larger diameter water. For the Public Works Director, the city will address this line item if and when future development best is proposed. Additionally, Keller stated the water line on Kimmy Street equipped with visions for flood development to the south to connect. With regards to wastewater, Keller and Associates, similar to other recent developments, in addition of this development, this will accelerate the need for wastewater treatment facility upgrades such as chlorine contact bridge improvement will be needed to serve. I do believe it is in compliance with additionally, the fire definitely should be adhered to, and we did receive a from those acknowledging the fire department. So just so we are all aware that the number of building permits from January 25th through January 2025 through November 2025, there have been 100 building permits issued utilizing 195 BDU. Additionally, Meadows Mobile Home Park has been adding connections to the utility system. Since January, Meadows has connected 28 units. So overall, there's been 223 utilized. And additionally, regards to the declining balance sheet, currently there are 3,308 water EDUs remaining, and there are
Excellent. Okay. Let Mr. Schneider go ahead and share with us.
Jade Schneider again. Brenda, do you want to just pull up maybe one of the site plans? Just I have a presentation, but Brenda kind of walked through basically everything anyway, so maybe just easier to speak to it. Yeah, just any of those, maybe one with color so it looks prettier. Yeah, generally, as Brenda said, I believe that we're in full compliance with all the zoning that we're asking for. We're not, as I'm aware of, we're not asking for any waivers or any sort of reductions in setbacks or trying to go over the size, a lot size that's too small for this. So generally, I believe that we are fully compliant with the zoning. With this site right here, the main sticking point might be the fire department question. Is that okay? We've had those conversations with the fire marshal, with Brian. I just was speaking to him on the phone yesterday, and the comment was, yeah, as long as you provide the fire sprinklers to each of the homes, they're happy with this access point only being one access point through here. Ideally, they would say, if there is a point that we can provide a secondary access, maybe development in the future, that requirement could go away, but that would require another subdivision or some sort of secondary access being approved between now and building out of all the lots right there. As Brenda said, there's that mixture in housing types. Right now, there's the average is 6,000 square feet. There's the 20% on the smaller side and 20% on the larger side for this. So the smallest size home lots would be the 5,000 square foot lots, and the largest size for this subdivision is 8,000. Specifically, you can see in block 2, kind of, right there on this, it's technically the northwest corner of the site, those long linear lots right there. We don't have any concerns with the fire department's comment about if they're further than 125 feet behind the back of curb, can you provide a sprinkler system or some sort of fire suppression system for that? So generally, we're in agreement with that. And everything that Brenda's put together for that, we've been really happy with. And I think that I can speak to anything specifically if there's more questions to it. The biggest question mark that we currently have was, we had proposed that we would be happy to either provide some sort of amenity in the form of a bocce ball court or a pickleball court. We could pick that, but we also said, hey, if the city really would like one or the other, I know that pickleball is really popular with people that don't live immediately next to a pickleball court, and I know it's very popular for the community if it's a bocce ball court and it's quiet. So there's just generally some ideas if that's it there. But I'd be happy to answer any questions. Hopefully, go over something that people are really happy with. But I do also want to say thanks to Brenda for all the work she's put in on this end. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Before we get into questions, I will go ahead and open it. Hearing. Public care to speak? Okay. Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close it. Commissioners?
I do not have any. Well, that's why I just went ahead and started.
Time.
That's
Can't ask tomorrow.
I can't ask, but I don't have anything that's popping out at me. Right. I guess I do. How big will the structures
It kind of depends on which individual lot they go on, but I think the general lot size would be similar to what's being built in Blue Yonder and Mayfield's the side. So I think the homes would probably be 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, maybe 1,800 square feet to 2,500 square feet on the large side. I think that generally that's what we're predicting in this area.
Your landscape plan.
We haven't submitted a landscape plan for it at this time. Generally, as Brenda said, we're happy to meet all the requirements of the R4. We have the open space shown. We just don't have a landscaping plan showing, hey, this is where all the trees are and whatnot.
Erica, anything from you?
I mean, we can start talking about the Idaho Transportation Department and traffic studies and all, but we already know what we know with Keller. And I think that's probably the most important, that the infrastructure is going to be able to take. Do we know anything about phase 4 on Blue Yonder? Is it not going to go?
Phase 4,
Got it.
I anticipate.
Okay, got it.
For context, I was there just before the meeting, and they are putting in, I think, the sewer main right across the frontage right now. The whole road's shut down, and
Yeah.
and they got it out there. So I think there at least movement at least.
Yeah, I did see that too. Right, and then are there any plans, not really conversation for you necessarily, but are there any plans for any, I'm looking for widening of the street? Is that, is the city of Mountain Home gonna take that on, or who's gonna be taking that on?
Great, Commissioner. So just to be clear, you're speaking about Smith.
Yes.
Correct. That would be on the,
Okay.
And that includes the additional right of way dedicated. Yeah.
I don't have any other questions. Stop looking at me.
just as a side note, they have connected.
All right, commissioners, if you have no other questions or comments, I am entertaining a motion.
Take it, Erica.
I'll make a motion.
Hmm.
So nervous. Hang on.
Mhm.
First one. Gotta find the data.
Don't be nervous. You should have seen Rob's first one.
And then beyond.
Okay. I make a motion that we move forward with application PZ 2533, a request to approve a preliminary plat for Aisland Ranch subdivision, approximately 10.28 acres plus or minus. The parcel is land is located south of and adjacent to Smith Road, east of State Highway 51, and west of Southwest West Road Drive.
Okay, I have a first. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Rob. Rob, start with you.
Aye.
Christina. Erica.
Aye.
Aye for me as well. Motion does pass. And thank you. No new business this evening. Old business. We do need to do the findings of facts for the annexing zone of the C4 heavy commercial. So I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the findings of fact for, let's get down there, for application PZ 25-35.
Christina's got the first, second.
Aye.
Second by Erica. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Finding of facts is approved. Any questions on the monthly building permit code or GIS report? Okay, we are going to move down then to the Development Impact Fee Advisory Committee items for the general discussion, the CIP amendment. Yeah.
I'll fill in the gaps for us. So we have reached out to Tishler Beach Galena, do an amendment to our existing CIP impact fee study and capital. They're going to address a couple things. Like for clarity, to amend timelines within each of the CIPs for departments. Then additionally, they will verify the land. So none of the amendments will change any of the costs stated. It just brings CIP plan clarity and compliance with state.
That's definitely. Jeff, do you have anything else you want to add?
Yes, very briefly,
Mhm.
Chairman. Can you pull up some Idaho code?
That's a very good question.
If not, that's okay. We can do that for another day, but I'll just tell you a couple of things. Welcome to jobs. Fairly simple. But what's the task? The task ahead is kind of a parallel track along with your role is to work consultation with an improvement plan. City has a capital improvement plan, as does the county. City's capital improvement plan need of some, as was the county's, which one of those is the requirement to update the land use assumption to year. Doesn't necessarily forward, but it land use assumptions is a defined term in Idaho code, and it means a description of the service area and projections of land uses, densities, intensities, and population in the service area over at least a 20 period. In addition, the capital improvement is required to identify estimated start and finish dates for the capital identified. So what's going to happen is capital improvement plan be adopted by the governing body has to notice up a public. What's going to happen is the capital improvement plan is start and finish dates. In order for them to do that, they need work in conjunction and coordination with you. Colin is going to do things, discuss these land use assumptions about the estimated projections of land uses, densities, intensities, and population in the service area over 20 years. He's going to maybe offer that statement should look and in consultation with you folks as a review the projected start and finish dates. Then your task, written comment. Nothing that would preclude you from writing those written comments on that capital the same night that you consultation. Not like findings of fact and law. You just task or your task in the code is to supply written comment. So the governing body, when they knows what you're could be loved, it wouldn't change a thing, or what are you thinking? In addition to that, to the city's CIP, because the county's CIP contained that lacked these things, the county went and fixed their CIP, doing this whole process that we're. You will also need to provide written comment so that the governing body city is to account. So that will be coming up in
January.
one of those areas.
It's a new month.
January?
Yeah. What?
January.
Once we receive the report.
And we'll
nail
get
down the
you
date.
copy of what the county has adopted, so that that's present in your mind as we go. And I apologize, she said that wonderful legal counsel.
I'll say we were waiting.
So is this going to be a special meeting or is this going to be added to one of our regular?
It could be regular. We would,
The only concern I would have is if that agenda, all of a sudden we get in with, rather just have that conversation. I think that conversation may actually go.
Yeah,
Sure.
you're,
currently, there,
as always, if you have questions about that or any of that statutory. And 1st of May, our office.
Fun.
Stop in, we got coffee and
Any other questions?
My only question, so this report that I see the timeline, right? Month one, and that two. Is that starting now or has it already started? Or
yes, we
early January? Okay,
hopefully.
awesome. Thank you. That's all I got.
Else? Okay. In that case, then that takes us down to our final, and we are adjourned at 6:02.
Watching baseball.
Right, you got 7 to 8 tonight, don't you?
Well, 6 to 8.
Oh, you were 6 to 8? Hey,
Well, yeah.